Great afternoon. Just giving a quick chit-chatty update on what's going on here. Well, as you see, I've got another hair color. Actually, I just took out the red, the heavy red, yesterday, and I didn't put anything in, so I'm kind of a Goldilocks here. I'm in the process of, I'm going to, again, lighten it and do my hair silver. My daughter really loves the silver, and she, her wedding is going to come up, so I'm going to have my hair silver for her wedding. Because when I did it red after the silver, she goes, "Oh, but I love the silver." So I am, I just took the heavy red dye out of it, and so now I've got, actually, this isn't a bad color. It feels like Goldilocks, and where are the three bears? But I wanted to give my hair a chance to, I didn't want to go and put bleach in it again right away. Want to give it a chance to, put a lot of moisturizers and stuff back in it before I do anything else. So I'm going to have this color, I think, for a bit. We'll see. So that's what's going on with that. As far as the diet thing, it's really working out well. So today, I can show you. Okay. This is what I had for lunch. As you can see, again, it's just potato and some meat. Now, this was so simple to do. It took all of 40 seconds to make, literally. I went down to the market down here. They have a Mexican market, and you can buy just the meat that's already cooked. So I got the carne asada already cooked, and just opened a can of those potatoes. You can get the potatoes in a can that are already sliced. I have a little bowl like this, and I just covered the bottom of the bowl with the potatoes, layered the carne asada on top of it, a little of that, and put a little bit of lime over it, a little salt, put it in the microwave, 40 seconds, heat it up, a little bit of butter, and that's it. It's done. It's so simple. And it's filling. You don't feel, you feel just comfortable. You don't eat a lot at a time, and you just feel comfortable. You're not doing a lot of craving. You're not having a lot of craving with it. And so it's working out really well. And I'm down to 130 pounds. I've already lost 4 or 5 pounds on this since I started it, a week or so ago. And this is something I can really stick with. So simple, so fast to do. You can have any kind of meat, and then what I have with it is a little potato. Now, I'm not eating a whole great big baked potato. A regular sized baked potato could last me 4 meals, okay? So it's not like you're eating a great big huge potato. But it's enough that gives you, the potato helps fill you up. It gives you enough carbs for energy, and then you have the protein, and that works really well. And then I'll have, sometime during the day or the evening, I'll have usually a grapefruit. Or if I want something different, I'm going to go get some more of those the bananas again. So like a half a banana, chocolate banana. If I want something sweet instead of having ice creams or something like that. And the other thing I get is once in a while I'll have it instead of grapefruit or banana, is the frozen dark cherries. You just put, you have 4 or 5 of those, and it's like having a slushy or something like that. The frozen dark cherry is good. So again, you're not eating a lot of it. It's not like having a big smoothie of it. You have like maybe 5-6 pieces of cherry. That's it. One of those half bananas, one of those little chocolate covered banana things, about that big. So, or a whole grapefruit. And again, that works really well with me. The other thing I'll have, between meals, if I feel like I want something, I'll have a slice of cheese, Now I've been having that Kerry, the grass-fed beef, the sweet cheddar, really yummy. You might have about a piece about that thick, and it's about that wide, about that thick. So you're not having a big piece, but it's enough to make you feel, just comfortable, and you can have a little bit of extra something. I do like cheese, and that's it. So you know how easy it is to do your grocery shopping? You either get those little potatoes, and I mean they're about that big, like fingerling size, and again, you chop it up. I put it in one of my little steamer things in there, cover it with a little water, you stick it in the microwave for 3 minutes and they're done. Either that, or you can get, like I just got and I tried today, the canned potato, already sliced. So what do? You stick it in a bowl, you heat it up, and you're done. I mean, it's so easy. Even meats, any kind of meat you can have. So switch it up. Now I don't eat a lot of salt, so when I had the ham, it was tasting so salty. It's been so long since I've done that. So I was like, whoa, I was really salty. So, I don't eat a whole lot of salt. My diabetes is getting way better. My reading today after my lunch was normal, in the normal range. Yesterday it was actually low. It was actually too low. So I'm stopping the allogliptin, and I'm going to give that a few days and see how that works, and keep monitoring my blood sugar. And I've got a feeling when I get down 5 more pounds, down to 125, I've got a feeling I'll be able to get off of all even the metformin. So we'll see how that goes. But so far it's going well. I'm starting to get back some of my energy a bit. But yeah, another thing I just found out recently too, which I didn't know, a side effect of the gamma knife surgery, and I am still having things with that. My hearing is totally gone on the right side, it appears pretty much. But then all of a sudden you have this weird phenomena that it sounds like, how you listen to a seashell and you get that sound? It's like that. All of a sudden that ear seems to open up and you have either this weird, like a helicopter blade sound going, or like seashell type sound. It's very odd. It's like you're hearing something. It's so weird, okay? It's very weird, very odd what it does that. So that's going on, and so something I have to watch for is 6 months out, you can have the swelling. swelling of the brain can happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen right after you have the gamma knife surgery. It happens 6 months to a year after. And I just think that's the weirdest thing, that you get that at that point swelling. You can get swelling of the brain. You can have, like I said, I'm having these other things. Oh, and the other thing I was going to tell you get from this is fatigue. So that could be going on not only with the anemia, but the gamma knife surgery, a side effect of that can be extreme fatigue as well. So that's lovely. It's another thing they bothered not to even tell me that could happen, that I just recently found out. So, yeah, I mean, physical forms, what are you going to do? That's a journey in itself. So you just watch it and you do what you do and work the best with it that you can. But I think I finally found a dietary situation that works good for this form. Now, some people are very good. They can be just diehard vegetarians. Okay, they're from a part of the world where their genetics, that works for them. Does not work for this form at all. In doing the vegetarian, I was getting I just could not build up enough to get out of the anemia, and having really difficult times with arthritis stuff coming in. And I do have this knuckle, especially this finger. Yeah, I have more problems with this one in the morning when I wake up. Really can be quite painful. But it seems like that's starting to get a bit better on the diet that I'm on now. And it's not like I'm sitting there eating a lot of meat. I mean, you say you're on a carnivore diet and people think that I'm eating 2 pounds of steak at a time or something. A 1 pound thing will last me. I eat about a strip of about that much in a meal. So it'll last me like 5 meals. A 1 pound steak would last me about 5 meals. So when you figure that out and you're eating potato and you're eating, 1 pound steak lasts 5 meals, it winds up being quite economical. And it's simple. You go into the store, what do? You hit the meat aisle, you hit the cheese, sometimes eggs. Sometimes if I'm hungry in the morning, I'll have a hard-boiled egg. Nothing else with it. If I have other things with it, I can get feeling kind of ill. So, again, these are things you work with your form, what works for you, what doesn't. So you get your eggs, your milk, your cheese, the meat, and your grapefruit or frozen, whatever you're going to have. Maybe one of these times I'll try a little bit of frozen strawberry or frozen something like that. The other thing you could have is melons. Melons are very low in sugar. So if I get tired of having the grapefruit, I could do some melon. So very simple. Your shopping is easy. You're no longer doing the wheat, the breads, the pastas, all the other stuff. So very, very simple. What I'm doing. It's economical. It's fast. It takes you just a couple minutes to make your meal. And again, it's very satisfying. You don't feel cravings. And it's just comfortable. it's, you know, you sit there and usually you're having cravings and you're having to have all these other things, you know. And with this, you just simply don't have it like that. Now, if I really had a craving for something, you know, I would go ahead and have it, you know. So this is not a, you know, thing that you say, this is all I can have. You know, it's not like that. If I wanted to have, say I had a craving for a piece of toast or something, if I really wanted to have it, I would have it. But it's not part of my regular diet, okay? So yeah, simple. If I felt like having pizza for a change, then I would go up to the New York, you can get a slice of pizza, and I would have it, you know. And so maybe I'll do that on occasion. Maybe once a month I'll get a craving for something like that. So this is not one of those things where you have, this is all I can have, you know. But I've found out that for me, you know, I tried having things instead of potato, and I'm finding the potato is not bad. If I have rice, oh, forget it. It raises my blood sugar immediately and doesn't stick with me, okay? So I'm finding those types of things are out. And I was having a lot of pastas. I was eating, you know, really a lot of pasta with tomato, you know, and so I was having really difficult time with my joints. I was having a lot of the vegetables, the vegetable chips that they made, so I've cut those out. Although the dogs miss them, you know, they make a good treat for the dogs. The dogs love it. Maybe I'll get another thing of carrots or something because they really do like those. So anyway, that's what's going on with my diet stuff. Since I've changed, again, I am feeling a bit better, but, you know, make no mistake, I do have my days where I'm just flat out. And part of it can be the gamma knife surgery, the acoustic neuroma tumor that I have. And I don't think they check that again for another couple months. I think around a year or something after, then they'll do another MRI and check it and stuff. Because actually, once in a while, very seldom, but once in a while when they do the gamma knife, it can actually trigger it to grow. Okay, so they do have to check it. So we'll see. We'll see. You know, you just go with the flow. That's it. What happened the other day too? My Cuisinart, my coffee maker went out. It has this code that comes up and says you have to call the company. So I call the company and they go, oh, well, we'll send you out another one. But, what but? But, everything's backed up. Ships are in the harbor. You know, if you don't hear from us, if it doesn't get shipped out and you don't hear from us in 2 weeks, call back and we'll make another shipping time. I'm going, really? 2 weeks without coffee? That's not happening in my world, okay? And the guy says, I understand. He says, I have to have 3 cups before breakfast or I'm no good to anywhere. I said, well, then you understand. So now I'm having to take, now I did find a way to have some coffee. It's not the best, but it did work. I have my little tea strainer things, and then I have the little paper paper liners that you can use to have the coffee in, if you want to use regular ground coffee instead of buying the little K-cups. So I put one of those in the bottom of my little tea strainer and put the coffee in that, heat it up and then pour it over. It works. It's not the best. Not the best. But it saves having to go out and buy another coffee maker while you're waiting for the replacement to show up. So, oh, mercy. So anyway, that's okay. I've got to get a hold of the VA, though. My little hearing aid things, I really, you're supposed to be wearing it 8 hours a day, more than that. I can't wear them for more than a half an hour. You go to put them in, and it's just squealing and squealing and squealing. So I've got to get a hold of them today and say, look, when you guys updated it, I've had so much problem that I can't use them. Okay, I can't use them. It needs to be fixed. So I'm going to get off of here, try to get a hold of there, and see if I can get in to get them adjusted to where they actually are working for me, instead of hearing just a you're just going, oh God, no. I mean, you put them in, you can't even turn your head. The thing is just screaming, and so it's not doing any good for anything. So I've got to have them adjust that. And that's the craziness that's going on here. Yeah, I'm wanting to get in the van and go again. I was supposed to have an automatic feeder showing up like 3 days ago to feed the fish. And of course, it's late. It never fails. When it's something you have to have so that you can go do something else, it doesn't show up. So, yeah, I've got to figure out something, because the little feeding things, it's not working right in there because I don't have air bubbles. In a lot of betta tanks, you don't have air bubbles, and people have put them in there, and then they come back and their betta are very ill because it's not releasing the food like it's supposed to. So I've got to find an automatic feeder that I can get to work, to feed them, so that I can actually go for a few days and not have to worry about them. The joys of life, huh? So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and I'll see you online. Other than that, fishies are doing well, okay? So we'll see you online. Much love and light.